From the beautiful campus of Casper College, it's the T-Birds Coaches Show, bringing you game breakdowns, expert analysis, and exclusive interviews. Here's your host, Tom Myler.
Hello, T-Bird fans, and welcome back to another great episode of this Casper College Coaches Show. Once again, back with me is Coach Angel Sharman.
Thank you.
Coach, welcome back.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure. We like having you.
How'd my girls do last week?
I mean, they split, but I mean, I definitely enjoyed the win.
Well, I was talking about my girls' coaches show.
Oh, yes. I mean, they did fantastic. They were definitely, I know you like to be a little bit more on the safer side when speaking. They definitely were a little bit more blunt on,
I'm sure.
We understand what we are and how we're doing and what we need to work on. So they were definitely more honest, so they've accepted it, which is good.
That's good.
I mean, talking with other people, that's the first part of, the whole getting past whatever it might be is acceptance and getting past the denial part. So that's
Right.
good. That means there's room for improvement. They might be actually buying in.
Well, that's why I wanted them here. So instead of me saying it, I want them to say it.
Which, don't worry, I wasn't easy on them either.
That's good.
I didn't give them a pass. I make sure to give them the hard questions.
Good.
And
I like that.
I think they did an adequate job. So, and hopefully our fans enjoyed the show because it's always a little something different to enjoy.
Yeah.
So, we loved it. But now we can actually talk about playing volleyball.
All
So you
right.
did split.
We did.
That first set against NJC I thought was great.
It was.
And then I don't know what happened.
That's the name of the game, right? That's what's been going on all year. And again, if I could figure that out, I would write a book and I could retire.
I mean, I would buy that book and
So.
become an expert volleyball coach or whatever it might
Right?
be. And yes.
That's volleyball, though. I mean, you just play hard. And again, I don't know if it was because we did play so hard and we were right there and we had chances to win because, we missed serves at the wrong time. And then I felt like maybe they just realized, we aren't supposed to win. So I don't know if that's the case. Don't know.
Because, I mean, when they were together, I mean, watching some of the clips from Miles especially, it's like, this is they're a good team.
They are.
They just beat themselves a lot of the times. Just
A
like,
lot.
why aren't you doing these?
A lot.
They'll have or not even just serves that go way out, but they'll try and do a kill and it'll be a swing and just whoo, and the team's just like, oh, well, that's easy out. Why?
Yep.
I don't want to have to work on it.
And that's the problem is that when we make errors, the errors are so extreme that the other team doesn't even look at it. So it breaks our momentum. There's times where we'll get the momentum and then we'll serve and hit the wall. And then you can just kind of see everybody's head just kind of drop a little bit. So that's what our season's been like.
Right. But we at least got a win on Saturday against
did.
Miles, which I felt great about. Man, I saw that. I was like, yeah, we won.
Yeah.
But obviously it's one game, and
It
there's
is.
still entire rest of the season to go. And we're soon to be entering region play this weekend,
do.
not today.
Correct.
You do have a game today, so they'll be taking off here in a little bit. But, I guess before we talk about that, how was playing at home?
It was good. I mean, it was great to have the crowd with us again. I thought, I wish we would have played a little bit better, the first night. But again, it is what it is. But it's always good to play at home and be able to have your fans there and just your own bed and just your own environment. So it was kind of nice.
I do appreciate having the home crowd.
It
And
is.
then I feel like, the home court advantage, right? It's like, hey, if you make a mistake, the crowd's the one that can bring you back the momentum or continue with the momentum. And,
Yeah.
that's why we need you, T-Bird fans, to be there at those home games. Make sure to help and keep that
Absolutely.
momentum going.
And it was good to see Thunder, right? We showed off Thunder right off the top.
Ah, that's
So
right,
that's
yeah.
good.
Talking about our mascot, Thunder, he's been making quite a few appearances, so I'm
Yes.
glad that he showed up there.
Yeah.
He hasn't showed up to any soccer games, but that
Oh.
just means that volleyball is much more special.
Well, I don't
Sorry,
know if it's
soccer.
special, but it's an inside sport, so maybe it's a little hot for Thunder outside.
Could be. All right, so let's get into more of what we have coming up. So today, Western Nebraska, you're headed there. They're in the South Division, so it's not technically a region game,
Correct.
but still a tough opponent.
Absolutely.
Well, tell us, what can we expect with this game?
I think I really do think it's going to be a battle, and I think it can go either way. Miles played them last week, beat them in 5. So they're kind of up and down as well. So if they're on, it's going to be a battle. If it's off, I think it's going to be a battle between who's going to serve and who's going to pass well. between us both. They have a great right side hitter from New Zealand that we just definitely need to stop. She was there last year and really good. So again, if we go to play and we play like we're capable of playing, then yes, we should take care of business. But at the same time, we just don't have that consistency at the moment.
Yeah, and I feel like, with volleyball, you have to be consistent. You just have to, because then with consistency comes momentum, and momentum comes big wins.
And again, volleyball is up and down. So, last year we were up and down, but last year's group, we were able to get it out of our heads and focus on the next ball. This group, for some reason, really dwells on they made a mistake and they really focus on that mistake. And so we're been trying to be like, hey, next ball, that's, it's over and done with. So we'll see what happens.
Right. But we are looking forward to see, hopefully, W coming out with Western Nebraska. I feel like, especially after this weekend, maybe the girls have a little bit more of a brighter outlook. They've got another win behind them. So it's like, hey, we can do this. They might actually believe in themselves.
Hope so.
Which, they know what they're capable of. They can go forward. They can play like they're capable of. Hopefully, be that consistency. So hopefully a lot of hopes.
There is a lot of hopes. We're going to change a little bit of a lineup. We changed a little bit on Saturday. So we're going to try it again today. So we'll see.
All right. Yeah, we got to. Don't fix it. What's not broken, right?
Well,
right
we'll
now,
see.
And if it's working, keep rolling with it. All right. So Western Nebraska today. You're going to take off soon. Friday at Central Wyoming in Central, so in Riverton. What can we expect?
Hey, they're good. We have 2 tough regional matches this weekend. So we go to Central, then we go to Northwest. They're both playing really well. They're both scrappy on the defensive end. I think Central is one of the better blockers in our region that I saw on stats. So, again, we're just going to have to play just as hard as defense as they are. We probably aren't the greatest blocking team like they are, and so we're going to have to pick it up on the defensive end. And, again, we're going to have to serve tough on them.
Right, and I know you mentioned in the past, too, that Central Wyoming is really that, up-and-coming team that, they're dangerous and can beat anybody. They just, depends on the day in which team shows up. So,
sure. And they have 2 strong middles that, one was back from last year and another one's we looked at. But, again, if we can do what we're supposed to do, it's hard to play over there. They have a great crowd, and their gym's not real big, and so it really looks like it's packed.
Right.
And so they always pack that thing when we come into town. So, which is okay. It's a good environment, but.
Hey, you should take that as a compliment. That means they're scared of you, right? Or they at least respect you enough to say, hey, this is a tough team. They're coming in. We always like to beat Casper College because, we always field good teams. So
sure.
I'll take that as a compliment.
We'll take it. It's okay. Everyone's going to play hard against us no matter what. So
absolutely. And hopefully everyone just plays hard in general. But, yes,
right.
There are some teams that are like, I want to beat you.
Yeah.
I'm going to play extra hard to beat you.
Absolutely.
So totally understandable, which Central College, I always like beating them too, but I really like to beat Northwest College. I don't know what it is, but Northwest, I just like beating them. It's fun.
Northwest, again, they have they're gritty. They don't have like a lot of big swingers, but their defense is just, they get after it, which those are the teams that are scary because again, they can make mistakes, but they don't care. They're just going to play hard no matter what. And that's what we don't do. We dwell on the mistake, and so they're going to be tough. But again, I think they're beatable. But again, we're going to have to play in their environment, which is tough as well.
And I'll give them a little bit of credit to you and to them. So they are 15-1. They've only lost once. However, I do feel like you have the advantage on this one just because I feel like you played a lot tougher teams.
Yeah, our schedule was a lot stronger than theirs, but again, they're playing with confidence. That's the only thing that's different right now is, they're 15-1. They played a lot of JV teams, but at the same time, they're playing with confidence. We are playing a really, really tough schedule. We played number 1, we played number 2, 3, 4, 5.
6 over the weekend.
But at the same time, that can kind of kill our spirits a little bit.
Right.
So it could be a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to ask, do you feel like your girls are kind of turning around saying, hey, we believe in it. We've done our individual practices. We've been practicing. We got to win. Do you feel like they're maybe starting to believe that they can do it?
You know, what's scary is if I start thinking what they're thinking, that's scary. I really don't know what goes through their heads, to be honest. You know, they can tell us that, hey, coach, yeah, we're good, but we just don't know. I mean, in practice, we struggled a little bit at practice yesterday, so I thought it was going to be good. It was looking good, and then we just kind of hit a wall. And so, again, I really don't know, to be honest. I really don't.
Well, then here's your final question then, as we like to end it here. Your magic wand for today and the weekend.
Okay.
If you could wave it, what do you want to be just 100%?
You know, I thought our serving was a lot better this last weekend, so I want to continue with our aggressive serving. We cut down some errors on that. And then I thought our passing was pretty good, and so my magic wand would be pass a little bit better. That way we can everybody can attack a little bit better instead of maybe one or two, try to get 3 or 4.
Right, because I did see that Emily Ware and Jocelyn Rajvang did very well this weekend. They had some pretty good hitting percentage, but I'm assuming you want more than just 2.
We want more than just 2, but Emily did great. Jocelyn got Player of the Week from last week, so for the North, so that was good to see. So it was good to see her be able to pick it up a pace. She's been doing very well for us anyway, but it was good for her to get a little extra.
Well, tell your players that I believe in them. Our videographer back here, Mr. Zach, he believes in them. PR department, we believe in them. Casper College, we believe in them. We're behind them.
You know, they're working hard. They really are, and I think they're a great group. We got to get it together, and hopefully this is when we need to. So hopefully this week is the time that we will do it.
Yeah, this is when it matters, right?
Yep.
Region play is when it matters.
It's when it matters. It doesn't matter what happened in September, earlier in September. So.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you, Coach. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
We're, like I said, we're cheering for you.
Appreciate it.
So good luck this weekend. And T-Bird fans, we'll see you next time.